You know what? No, that's too respectful for Sony. I don't respect Sony, alright? I'm gonna do this instead.
What the hell are you? We
are the second worst superhero movie ever.
Money talk.
Here comes the money.
You know, I remember when I was actually excited for this film. You know, because it's got Carnage, it's got Spider-Man, it's got Venom, it's
Rated R.
But once all those tiny little lies peeled away, we now get this product, this unfinished mess of a film.
I'm the Create Monkey, and today I'm going to review Venom.
Now you may be thinking,
How original.
and yes, I know everybody's already said that they don't like Venom. Venom's not that great as a movie. But nobody hates it as much as I hate it. Because I don't find this film a superhero film or whatever they decide to call it. I find it an insult to the comics, to Venom, to Spider-Man, and to the art of filmmaking itself. Now, let's begin. Alright, first I need to, say what's good about this film. Since even though I hate this film with every fiber of my body, there is some good.
There's no such thing. Really good CGI. Yes, film is a visual medium. And luckily, this CGI looks
Very nice.
decent acting. Well, I wouldn't say the acting's exactly good, but they did a lot to deal with the dialogue what they were given, which I'll get into later, and my hearts go out to nearly all of them, except Tom Hardy. Venom looks and sounds like Venom, and yes, this is important, because, let me use the MCU for example. Besides, like, one or two designs, these costumes is what make these characters iconic. So why change it and make something completely different? So minus the spider symbol, this Venom has a leg up than this Venom. My cat looks like Venom, so I can relate to this.
Look. See? Venom. It's very cool.
Eyes, lungs, pancreas, so many snacks, so little time.
Great imagery. And, well, even though these images are completely and utterly ripped off from the comics, they're from the comics, and the comics look amazing, so, it's a good point. Take it. Go ahead.
Just take it! Take it, take it, take it, take it, take it! Take it!
Quotable dialogue.
Like a bird in the wind.
Estelle, what does that mean? People don't say that, Estelle.
It's so weird and unhuman that you're more likely to remember the film. Decent action. Yeah, I only really felt excited in the action scenes like about 2 times. But when I felt something, I really felt something.
That's everything good about the film in my notes, so let's tear this film apart.
I consider Amy Pascal a war criminal.
This is gonna take a while, so because I'm British, I'm gonna take a swig of tea. Crap, I should have let that cool down. Oh, I'm not even joking now. I was gonna joke about this, but I should have actually let that cool down. Oh, I actually burned my tongue.
I burned my tongue, okay?
That tongue burn was painful, but it wasn't as painful as Venom. Aha, made it funny.
Tom Hardy's acting.
Yes, you heard what I said.
faintest glow in the distance.
Don't get me wrong, Tom Hardy's a good actor. As a matter of fact, when I first heard this news, I was like, that's not a bad choice. But seeing him in the film, and I know every actor has that one movie, but in this film he's just crap.
This film, I think he's either trying too little or too much. By that I mean other times, like when his girlfriend is like leaving him, he's like, Annie, oh, I guess I tried. And other times when he's like possessed by Venom, he's all, I don't feel so good, the acupuncture didn't work. Oof. It's like this really bad contrast, and it feels unnatural to me. And, you know, he does have his good moments, like when he's getting holed up in his house. But, you know, it's mostly really bad, I think. Done villain. Now, I'm not going to get into the stuff like, oh, Carnage should have been the villain of this film. Well, I disagree, since taking a page out of Godzilla Mandora's book, great YouTuber, you should watch him, Carnage is way too complicated of a villain to put in the first movie, so, you know, props to Sony from actually, you know, doing good storytelling for once. Sing Carlton Drake, aka Riot? Really? That's the best choice you get? Riot? Riot doesn't even really do anything in the comics. It just tells Scream not to kill Venom, and Scream kills Venom anyway. As a matter of fact, why didn't you even choose Scream? You had the symbiote. And also, I'm going to take a note out of another YouTuber's book. He's also a really great YouTuber, you should probably check him out. And he said in his How to Make a Good Villain video is, if you make a villain what the audience hates because of the things they've done, you've made a good villain. Well, if you've made a villain what the audience hates because they just don't like him and they think he's boring, you've made a bad villain. You can guess which one Venom chose.
Number 2. How about that? Hey, number 2.
Carlton Drake is just there to be antagonist for Eddie and to do messed up things to people. And Riot just shows up a couple of times in the movie, and then at the end he bonds with Carlton Drake and becomes, you know, the big bad guy what we were all waiting for.
And they're both so incredibly boring.
Natural line delivery.
Nobody talks like a normal goddamn human in this movie. And like, there's the notorious Turd in the Wind one, but there's another bit.
Eddie breaks his legs and then turns into Venom and swims like a mile away, and his reaction is,
my legs are broken, but now they're not.
You're a real Sherlock Holmes, are you? And did you not just realise that you turned into a hulking monster just then?
Hey, you can't say that to me. I've been dropped on concrete like 20 times as I was a baby boy. I added that last bit in, but you get the idea. Nobody talks like a normal human in this film. Nobody acts like it either. Like, for example, Anne gets possessed by the symbiote and then, you know, bites off a person's head, and her reaction is, oh, I just bit off a person's head. Ew.
Oh, R rating.
Yes, brilliant, beautiful, we are geniuses. Oh, yes, a film about a flesh-eating alien what possesses people and makes them go on to mass genocides shouldn't be rated R. We are geniuses. Oh, who's even heard of a good rated R movie? What was that? Deadpool, you say? No. Bad film. Great comedy, great action, terrible, sucks. Go to hell. What was that? Logan? Emotional story, probably the best film of 2017. People went on riots to get it an Oscar. No, bad film, disgusting, poor. Venom is where it's at, boy. Matter of fact, let's lower the rating to PG. Matter of fact, lower it again. You know what? Let's make an entirely new rating so newborn fetuses can go see this movie. We are purely geniuses. It's like blood doesn't even exist in this world. You bite a person's head off and there's not one drop of blood. What the hell is up with that? Oh yeah, and I know in Britain over here, it's rated 15, well it's basically the same as R, but we're as good as rating films as Sony is as making films.
Poor character development. Barely anybody changes except Venom, and even then it's poorly done and really choppy.
And Venom's character arc is basically,
Our race will tear this planet apart, and if you do not help me, I'll kill you in cold blood.
1 hour later.
You know, this planet's good. We good, fam. You cool. We good.
everybody either died or just didn't learn anything. This whole experience was practically pointless.
Sequel bait.
And I will. There's gonna be carnage.
1, that wig looks terrible on him. 2, this is kind of a slap in the face for the fans who actually wanted to see Carnage actually in this film. But instead you just went, oh silly Billy, when we said Carnage was going to be most definitely the main villain in this film, we meant he was going to be in a post-credit scene and will be the main villain in the sequel. Yeah, but you gave us money so we may be able to make that sequel. Oh, thank you, idiots. And third, you shouldn't ever go into a film hoping for a franchise or a sequel. Like, you can plan for it, but you don't have to tease us with it, with a post-credit scene. Like, did The New Hope do that? Did Star Wars The New Hope did that? Did they leave a post-credit scene like, there's going to be a new Death Star? No, they didn't. The sequel was kind of after the film was a big success. Alright, you don't do this I'm so tired of this. Sequel bait. Come on! You suck, Sony.
Terrible pacing. Here's how I describe the pacing in this film. Moves too goddamn fast in this film.
And the main gripe I have with this film, the disgrace to the characters, the disgrace to the comics, and Sony's scummy attempts to make this film a success. Now I'm grouping these together because these fit with broken morals. And I like my morals. They keep us in check and all of that. And when somebody breaks a moral code, I'm going to comment on it. First moral code, you don't disgrace these characters. Now, I'm not one of these people who think Venom's a cold, heartless killer, not this goofball. But no, he is a goofball.
Like, he eats mountains of chocolate, he sings Strangers in the Night while chasing the bad guys, he does all this stuff.
He's even does talk like he's gonna eat you, or he's gonna eat your brains to try and scare the crap out of you. But one thing they get wrong, one crucial thing they get wrong about Venom, is that he's not a monster. He's not a villain. Well, he is a villain, but, he has a reason. He's a victim of abandonment. Venom was somebody who was trying to be a hero and got punished for it, so bonded with Eddie Brock. Eddie Brock is also misrepresented. Eddie's not this, hey, look at me, I'm a reporter, oops, oh, I can't eat people. That's not what normal humans do. I'm trying to blend in.
I'm sorry, my home planet is Mars.
In the comics, everything was practically taken from him by Spider-Man and Peter Parker. And after that, he lost his job, he lost his apartment, he lost his girlfriend, and he had a little thing called cancer, so that didn't help. Even Anne is misrepresented. She gets the symbiote. I'm not going to go into detail why. She bites people's heads off, you know, and what the movie glossed over as no big deal. Everybody eats everybody else's heads. Am I right, men? Wink. And she killed herself afterwards because she couldn't bear with the guilt. That's exactly what we saw in the film, isn't it? Oh, and also J. Jonah Jameson's son is in this. You know, his son, the astronaut. Oh, I wonder what happened to good old John Jameson in the film. I'm sure he lived a long and happy... Oh. What, you didn't have the rights to make a man-wolf film? Yeah, in the comics he turns into a werewolf. Don't ask, it's complicated. These characters were emotional, they had meaning behind their points. And since Spider-Man's not in this world, we don't have them points. Venom is just a monster. Eddie Brock is just a cool guy who's, oops, lost my job, lost my girlfriend. You know, it's half the things what he went through, and it's just a damn tramp. I mean, look at him. And you know why they changed these? So it'd be more appropriate and less depressing. Because, you know, viewers don't want to be depressed. They're less likely to buy things. Like our movie, for example. Did we mention Spider-Man was going to be in this film? It was also going to be in the Marvel Cinematic Universe with Iron Man and Captain America. Oh, and Carnage was going to be the main villain. Oh, and a 15 or R rating. None of that stuff happened. There was none. Sony lied. And now we've got this uncompleted mess. Scenes were cut out for being too violent. We've got this mess. And it's all Sony's fault. Knowing all this, this film makes me physically sick. There's this scummy behaviour what Sony's done. And I know you can change characters from the comics, but you don't change them from where they're completely unidentifiable. And now, my conclusion. Venom is the second worst superhero film I've ever seen. And coincidentally, the worst superhero film I've ever seen was also made by Sony. It's a mess, it's uncompleted, and it's just unpleasant to watch after knowing all this. And I give this film a 2 out of 10.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
So I got a bit emotional at the end, but you know, who needs emotions? Am I right?
You all right, lad? I know I'm right, lad.
I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, leave a like, and you know, if you didn't like it, and if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe. We've got videos like that nearly every month. I couldn't do it last month because my computer broke. Bye, I'm British, well, monkey, and let's hope to the Lord Jesus Christ that this film doesn't make a cinematic universe what will be equally as terrible. Goodbye, have a nice day. I'm gonna bash my head in with a frying pan.